Hello, I'm your guide, Star Guide. Continued from the last video at 2D. Please note that I'll not be covering difficult champions like Fiora. The counter only mentions easy and simple champions like Malphite. Against Fiddlestick, it's important to have enough sustain to survive W's drain deal and enough CC to break it. Aatrox, Renekton, Cho'Gath. They all have good sustain and good CC. Fiora has a terrible passive, max health true damage. And her W skill riposte with CC immunity makes her very tricky. But Malphite with Doran Ring's QW Master Airy Frozen Heart Thornmail build allows him to win without variables. After level 5, if you keep using Q on her while avoiding her riposte, Fiora will not be able to withstand it and will die. Kayle is also good against her, as you can farm up to 6 and Divine Judgment invulnerable deny Fiora's vital. If you kite Fiora with Q slow and she chases you down with her ultimate, use invulnerable to you before her can stab you in the back vital, she will die first. Against Galio, it's important to avoid and prevent CC. Olaf and Ornn both have unstoppable skills. Olaf is much strong at lane phase. Ornn is better at teamfight. Naafiri can avoid lunge. Naafiri can dodge rushes, has a strong ranged physical attack with her Q skill, and can benefit greatly from rushes when Galio's Q skill and passive are on cooldown. To beat Ganplank, you'll need to rush in and break through, or win a ranged fight. Zac is the strongest counter. His main CC is airborne, so Ganplank can't cleanse with W skill, and he can easily break powder kegs with Q skill. His jumps aren't easy to dodge either, so he can be easily overpowered. Naafiri can also be overwhelmed with her targeting charge, but not good at keg fighting. At Diamond Division and above, it's hard to take him down. Mundo is easy to farm and can be overwhelmed by his weight, and his auto attack E double hit easily can break kegs. Ranged is Kayle. She easily gets kegs with an auto attack E double hit. Before 6, hold with E fleet footwork. After 6, hit the Q and to auto attacks with E. But now, Doran's got buff so press the attack is good. Just hold with Doran's shield or blade and second wind. Before 6 is a little harder. After 6 is more powerful. Garen is a melee warrior with no dash skills and good sustain. There are 2 ways to win. You can either fight and win in close quarters, or you can dominate with a distance without giving him any chance. Close quarters is Malphite. Master W skills with Grasp of the Undying is an easy win with tempo. Unfair Camille. Whenever she gets a passive shield, she wins deal exchanges with her buff Q attack. It is easy to farm, and when she gets a Divine Sunderer, she wins even easier with her true damage. To beat Gnar, you'll need to either charge through him while he's in mini form, or win a ranged fight. Naafiri is the most recommended counter. You can win by attacking from a distance with Q and W charging when Gnar's rage is low. Sylas can be beaten by rushing into the mini Gnar. He's a difficult champion, but easy to lane phase. Top Annie wins ranged fights by strong Q and blocking boomerangs with her shield. After 6, she can one combo with her ultimate, and it's not hard to stun and run away when Mega Gnar. Malphite is good when you need a tanky. It's a vague pick that doesn't work the better Gnar does above diamonds. If Gnar is bad, you can keep rolling Q with Comet and win lane phase. If it doesn't work, it's better to farm it than to force it. Against Gragas, you need better sustain and better growth. Mundo and Cho'Gath have good sustain and much better growth. Garen is good for slow dispel and fast minion pushing. Shen is good at blocking W skill, maintaining shields, and intervening before other lanes. Against Graves is as easy as any other ranged dealer. Malphite and Nasus with Frozen Heart is easy. You can do it aggressively with Pantheon. Countering Gwen with a melee champion takes skill. As a ranged champion with a way to avoid timing her ultimate combo, overpower her at lane phase or have a growth advantage. Naafiri dodges Gwen's lunge with E, and just keeps throwing Q at her. After her health is low enough, you can W dash and kill her. Dodge her ultimate combo with E skill and ultimate movement speed. Kayle with Ghost and Boots of Swiftness. It easy to grow without ever allowing ultimate combo. There's also the safety of ultimate invulnerability. Neeko can also crush lanes with her ranged attacks. When Gwen is trying to kill you, just use Everfrist. W fake, ultimate, E holding. She never catches you. To counter Heimerdinger, it's important to protect the turret and sustain. Kayle is not good at sustaining, but anyways he is always pushing minions so it's easy to farm. Nasus, Yorick, Shun, Garen is good at sustaining. Nasus just master Q skill. With W, ganking is easy. Shun, Garen is easy to clear minions and protect turrets. To clear minions, Ziggs is special. He has an advantage in the late game as well. This is Illaoi, a split push monster. She has a fast line clear and decent range damage. She's very tricky because she can win against any opponent with her E-skill. Champions that can avoid her E-skill are good. Yorick and Naafiri can be easily beaten by blocking the E-skill. I recommend Naafiri as she is easier. If you use W when she has Spirit, you'll get her E unconditionally. If you avoid E then use W to beat her down. You can also use Kale and Aurelion Soul to farm. The distance makes it easy to dodge her spirits. And there are enough lane clears and tons of damage to prevent her turret's demolition. Kale is harder to get away from Ivern, though. Aurelion Soul is more recommended as it allows you to escape easily even if you are slowed down. Top Irelia can be ridiculously versatile the better players get at it. Tryndamere, Volibear, and Warwick are infinitely more favorable. But the risk is small but present. For those times, I like to play Grasp of the Undying W Master Frozen Heart Thornmail Malphite. It's impenetrable and wins most of the game. Shen has a hard time beating Irelia. But it can also block a Irelia's Q with W. So it's unbreakable and can favor other lines. Wanna beat Ivern? You need a resist to CC and Daisy. It's easy with Olaf, Mundo, Rengar, and Yorick. Top Jarvan is easy with Malphite, Garen, and Mordekaiser, which are strong. Jax has a lot of one-trick players. Against Jax, you need to be able to resist his QE combo. W Master Cho'Gath can do this. Use W when ranged. Use Q when Jax jumps. It's just as easy with Teemo using Mastering Q. Mercury's Threads, summon Airy build. The key to beating Jayce is sustain and rushing. It's easy to beat him with Malphite. But after Eclipse, when Malphite use Q, Jayce try EQ or QE full combo. It's really hurt. So you need to dodge Jayce EQ when you use Q. If you play Naafiri, Briar, you can win aggressively.